I literally just got done with a take of this video, or this series of videos, and it ran for about a half hour in total. And I decided that I wanted to do it again. So that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just grab some stuff here. We can get on our way. Let's start with Bish Bosh. This is by Scott Walker. This is his last release in 2012. If you kept up with best of lists or anything like that late in the year or at the beginning of this one, you've heard a lot of things about Bish Bosh, and I guarantee you that all of them are true. I walked into a Aquarius Records the other day, and they were playing Bish Bosh in the store. I love that place so much. But anyway, Bish Bosh. Longer booklet than I feel is necessary. The shirt is bothering the fuck out of me. Let's put Bish Bosh away. You know what that is. And let's move on to Picaresque. I said that wrong last time too. Picaresque by the Decembrants, not the Descendants. The Decembrists. Picaresque by the Descendants. By the Decembrists. And this was one of my favorite records in high school. You can see that it's still sealed. My girlfriend just gave it to me for Christmas like a week ago, and I know that's not when Christmas was. Deal with it. I used to check it out from the library like every week when I was in high school. Like I'd check it out and then I'd listen to it and then I'd check it back in and nobody else would take it, so I would just take it and check it out again. I loved it. The Ladybug Transistor, Albemarle Sound. This is a Sunshine Pop Revival album by Merge. I got this for $1.50 at Community Thrift, and I actually really liked it a lot. And I think that this is an Elephant Six project. I'm not positive, but I have a feeling that I'm right about that, and I'm seldom wrong about things. This is my most recent CD acquisition. It's called The Electric Lucifer by Bruce Hack, I believe, and I think that a lot of you know what this record is, but in case you don't, it is a Moog-driven electronic record that was hugely influential on the genre. It's always cited as being one of the key predecessors to acts like Kraftwerk and that kind of stuff. An eminently listenable work where pop psychedelia and Moog and music concrete sounds coalesce around Hack's central metaphysical concept of power love, a force so powerful that it could end war and unify mankind. Really, there's a lot of references to technology and electronics and computers and robots and stuff on here. It's catchy, when they say instantly listenable, when the first track opens up, there's, it's psychedelic pop, and then there's this electronic voice that breaks in with this melody that is so right sounding, and it made me smile pretty wide. So this is a compilation that I got from Aquarius Records. It's called Freedom is a Hammer. Conservative folk revolutionaries of the 60s. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's Phil Oakes and Bob Dylan and Joan Baez, but on the other side of the political spectrum. It's not difficult to see why their music didn't stick, and it's not because they were preaching the wrong message at the wrong time. Let's be real here. The message would have been wrong at any point in human history, but the songwriting isn't all that strong. It ends up sounding like kind of, how conservative people are kind of really bad at being funny, and they don't satire very well. You have a lot of that coming through on here, and I understand why that is, because it's kind of hard to be human and relatable when you're at this level on the political spectrum. Agent Ribbons on Time Traveling Romance. It's cute. It's a twee pop album. I don't want to sound like patronizing by saying it's cute or anything, but really when I think of this record, there's a lot of really intense emotions on this record, but sonically it's very twee pop and I like it. Loretta Lynn. This is a compilation. I don't ordinarily buy compilations, but she has a huge discography, and I didn't know where to begin with her because Loretta Lynn is very strange. She writes a lot of political music from the left and the right. You know, everybody knows The Pill and Rated X, but she's had a lot of work that doesn't quite align with that. And she said that she's apolitical. I believe she's a member of the Republican Party, but that doesn't bother me because she still writes a lot of really good, you know, heartbreak country songs and stuff. Vic Chestnut, West of Rome. One of my top 10 albums, no, not top 10, maybe top 20, is At the Cut, which came later in his career. He worked on that record with the Silver Mountain Zion. This is his earlier work. It's a lot more understated. Still very emotional, still very tense listen. Taylor Swift, Red. I didn't like this album at first because, you know, I'm a folk fan, and Taylor Swift hadn't really had a sound that could be considered pure country since her self-titled, but she still kind of gave those nods to country music on her later recordings. Red didn't really have as much of that. You know, there's a few tracks where she did like All Too Well, Begin Again, Treacherous, which are great songs. I like this one though because her songwriting was more mature, it was more liberated, and it was more realistic and relatable in a lot of ways. And I think that she made a huge social jump, as bizarre as that sounds, from writing songs about, you know, the value of innocence to writing songs like Treacherous, which, if you heard it, you'd understand where I'm coming from. It's just, she takes on a different persona on this record, and I like it a lot. Ease, Joanna Newsom. I don't know why this is the cover art, but it's whatever. Really lovely record. Probably some of the best songwriting I've ever heard on anything ever. That's not a knee-jerk reaction. I mean it. She has a gift with melodies and with words and just about everything else that makes lyricism and songwriting perfect. It's wonderful stuff. I'm gonna be right back. Okay.